Business Today is brought to you by...
We start with a yes. But when life takes unexpected turns, you can still say yes to more. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card gives you points with every purchase that you can use to travel to anywhere. Plus, with just 20,000 Scotia points, you can say yes to destinations. With Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card, it's easier to say yes to everything. Apply today.
This is Business Today. I am Marie-Claire Williams. The Barbados government slightly delays the implementation of the controversial 2% levy on foreign exchange transactions. The tax was scheduled to take effect on July 1st, but in a statement issued on Wednesday, the central bank says it will now be implemented in two phases. Phase 1 starts on Monday, July 17. The tax will be applied to cash, bank drafts and wire transfers. Phase 2 will begin on September 1st. The tax will then be applied to transactions using credit, debit and travel cards. Government is targeting a major reduction in its electricity bill with the implementation of the more than $24 million public sector Smart Energy program. More than 30,000 streetlights across the country will be changed under the program, which is being led by the Ministry of Energy with the support of the Barbados Light and Power Company. The project is being funded by the Inter-American Development Bank and the European Union. It is designed to reduce electricity consumption and reduce greenhouse gas emissions, as well as drive down the government's fuel import bill.
Government itself is a very large user of electricity, and street lighting is a significant part of that usage. So this project saves us a couple of $1 million a year, $3 million a year or so. It's important. It's a small amount in context of Government of Barbados, but it's a start for us to save some money. But when that's combined with the work that's going on to retrofit 13 buildings, government buildings, with solar PV, it begins to add up. And they already have the instructions that they should not wait until we finish the retrofit of those 13 to start planning for the retrofit of others. Because we need to make sure that having started, we continue. We don't have too long pause between projects.
At the same time, the head of the Green Economy and Resilience section of the EU is urging officials to go one step further and focus on energy efficiency. He stresses that this could help the country to save on foreign exchange.
Of course, we must embrace the role of energy efficiency in this master plan, because this has often been touted as one of the low-hanging fruit, as we already was mentioned, in the transition to clean energy. The initiative sets out to retrofit, as we heard, more than 27,000 of streetlights currently using old technologies, which will be replaced by modern LED lights, expecting to reduce the electricity demand of the country. And by extension, this will also assist in the reduction of the fossil fuels and emission of greenhouse gases, and by that lowering the carbon footprint.
Inter-American Development Bank representative Juan Carlos de la Hoz Vinas predicted that by obtaining lower electricity costs, the country would boost its competitiveness.
We all know, and it's part of the day-to-day conversation with the private sector, that electricity costs are a major hurdle in terms of doing business in the country. So every attempt to reduce the electricity cost is a path to a greater competitiveness in the country.
There is no mistaking that the private sector is the engine of growth for regional economies, but it's been stifled by a number of factors. The issue came under the microscope at a two-day conference being hosted by the Cave Hill School of Business and Management. One of the key speakers, Dr. Justin Robinson, the Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences at the UWI's Cave Hill campus, expressed concern about the prevailing organizational culture.
A lot of our organizations have what I call a compliance culture and a relationship culture, as distinct from what you call a performance culture, where You are setting clear goals and objectives, and you're assessing employees and managers about their ability to attain those goals, not whether people have good relationships or whether you have followed rules. It's a bit of a cliche, but some people argue that, organizations in a compliance culture focus on doing things right. Well, they should be focusing on doing the right thing. Okay, because you could be doing things right, but the thing you're doing right is not what you need to get to the next level. So it's really about defining what do I need to get to the next level and focusing on that.
And now for today's financial tip, know your finances inside and out. If you don't know your revenues, expenses, capital requirements, profits, debt, cash flow, and effective tax rate, among other things, you're asking for trouble. Big trouble. And that's been the Business Today. Join us again on Tuesday. Until then, you can get more business and news by logging on to www.barbadostoday.bb and subscribing to our paper and liking us on Facebook. I am Mary Claire Williams.